Good morning, sweet friends. My name is Tawanda, and this is Tawanda's Blessed Life. And on my channel, I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of my great enlightenment. I also do social doc updates and lifestyle updates. So if that is something that you are interested in, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and join my YouTube family. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're already subscribed, thank you for continuing to support my channel. I do really appreciate it. And in today's video, I will be making a DIY headboard. I am not a professional, but I am going to, this will be the second headboard I've made. The first one I made was for my room, and it was a queen size. So I'm going to make a king size, excuse me. And so I'm going to make a queen size headboard for my niece. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you all of that. And then, yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So I'm going to just show you all the things that I'm going to be using. I'm trying to do this as budget friendly as possible. So what I will be using is some Loctite. So I already had this, but I always try and get these type of things on clearance at Lowe's if you can find them. This one I actually did get for $2 probably like a year or two ago. So I'm going to be using this. I'm also going to be using the picture frame hanging system. I'm going to be using 2 of these, and they come like this. And so basically this piece here will get attached to the wall, and then this piece will get attached to the back of the headboard. This is the same system that I used for my bed, and it'll just kind of go in like that, and when you attach it to the wall, and it won't go anywhere. And so this system was, we got 2 of these systems, so they hold 75 pounds a piece. I don't think the headboard is going to be over 150 pounds, but I just wanted to be on the safe side. And those were $9.99. And then we got the foam padding from Joann's. So we originally purchased 2. And this is 2 yards, and these were $12.49 a yard, I believe. They were on sale. So this was $25 for just this one. We did purchase 2, but I went ahead and just used this one, and I kind of just piecemealed the bottom of the plywood, just so that my sister can go ahead and take that one back if she wants to. And then I have some and then I have this batting here. This came from Joann's, but I've had this for probably 15 years or so. And I just use it when need be. I have enough to go ahead and cover that, so we didn't have to pay for that. So basically the only thing that we purchased was the plywood, which was $27. We did have it cut. There's 2 more pieces left of the plywood to do some other things with, so we'll just see what my sister decides what she wants to do with those things. And then we did buy some more staples, some heavy duty staples. Those were $3.49. Those came from Lowe's. So I'll be using my staple gun with the staples. And then we have the plywood. The plywood was $27 for the piece. And then we're just going to use, let me just show you, because I just finished ironing it. This is what we're going to use for, this is the fabric we're going to be using to cover the headboard. And it's actually just an old curtain that I had. This is the one I was going to use on my bed. So I do have 2 of these. So I'm going to use the one for her, and I'm going to use the other one. I was going to use this one to reupholster my chairs in my kitchen, but I do have some fabric in somewhere. I have to find it to reupholster to use instead of this curtain. But I used a curtain on my headboard when I first did it, and so I always keep all of my curtains, so I'll just switch it out. But this is the one that we're going to be using. I actually really like the way that it looks. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And then this is the plywood that we had cut at Lowe's. So, and I already went ahead and pre-cut the foam. And so Like I said, I just kind of piecemeal the last little piece so it'll all fit on there, so we don't have to use both of both of the foam padding pieces. So we're going to go ahead and get started really quick, and yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Oh, and also too, my husband did go ahead and pre-drill the holes on the other side of the plywood to be able to hang to be able to attach to hang the picture hanging things, or I call them hangmen is what I call them. So yeah. So I cannot wait for you all to see this DIY. I am so excited and so happy with the way that it turned out. So I'm going to start off by taking my foam padding and I'm going to add that to my plywood. We had the plywood cut at Lowe's, and we had it cut, the size of the plywood is 64 by 27. And then the size of the foam padding that we purchased from Joann's was 71.5 by 24 inches. So we paid just under $25 for the foam padding, and we paid $27 for the plywood, but we used a little, we didn't use half, we used probably about a little less than half, or maybe half of the board. So I'll just say that it was half the price of the $27. And so I did use the whole foam padding, and I just, like I said, we purchased two rolls of the foam padding, but we only used the one because I just went ahead and piecemealed the piece that I cut off on the end to put on the bottom of the plywood. So here I'm just going to use some of the Loctite spray adhesive to attach the plywood and the foam padding. And once the foam padding and the plywood is dry, I'm going to go back and start to add my foam padding. So what I'm doing is just trying to just have about a little over maybe like 2 inches of overhang before I start to staple it together. I just took up about 2 inches of the padding, and I folded it up, put it up under the plywood, and I'm going to go ahead and start to attach it with some of the spray adhesive. So you'll see me here doing that. And then once I have it completely covered with the batting, I'm going to turn it over or flip it over, and then I'm going to go ahead and start to staple the batting to the back of the plywood. This is what it looks like after I attached everything. And then this is my husband helped me flip it over, and then he helped me get started stapling it to stapling the batting, excuse me, I cannot get my words out today, to the back of the plywood. And as you can see the two hangmen already semi-attached to the plywood. They're not completely screwed in, but they're just placed in the areas that they need to be placed in. I'm going to go ahead and staple the batting to the plywood. And then when that's complete, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to go ahead and just cut off the excess batting. I did also go back and use the hammer to hammer down some of the staples that did not go all the way through. And then once I had that complete, like I said, I'm going to go back and cut the excess batting off. And then it's going to be time to add the fabric or the curtain to the headboard. So yeah, let's get started. I'm excited for you all to see how it turned out. We actually just laid it, not laid it, but we put it in front of our headboard in our bedroom. So in the reveal, you'll see it how it should look on the wall. So yeah, I can't wait for y'all to see it, and I actually cannot wait to redo our headboard. This is what it is currently looking like. I'm going to go ahead and start to attach my my fabric. So I'm going to start off by just trying to get the fabric lined up. So here I'm just lining everything up. I'm going to leave about I think I left maybe 3 to 4 inches of overhang of fabric, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut off the excess. And then once I have the excess cut off, I'm going to spray some of the Loctite spray adhesive on the back of the curtain and also on the batting. And then I'm going to just press down and try it and smooth everything out with my hand. And then once I have that complete, my husband will come out and help me flip it over. And then I'm going to go ahead and start to staple the fabric to the plywood. So when I started stapling everything, I will start to staple in the middle, from the center out. So I'm just going to go ahead and start in the middle of it, and then I'll go ahead and then work my way from left to right. And then I'm going to pull everything really tight as I'm stapling. And then, yeah, that's basically all I'm going to do is just make sure you pull the fabric and the batting, everything really tight, and then just go ahead and just start to add your staples. And I also made sure that I lifted it up just to look at it, just to make sure that I didn't have any wrinkles before I started to staple my my corners in, because I wanted to make sure that everything was going to be really straight and flat. And yeah, that's basically all you're going to do. And that is going to be it for this DIY. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope my niece loves it. And this is an extremely budget-friendly headboard. I will say that when we made ours, our headboard is a king size headboard, excuse me. But we did make it when we first purchased our house. So we've had that headboard for about 8 or 9 years, probably 8 years, I believe is how long we've had that headboard. So, and I use a thicker plywood on our headboard, and I think I spent about $40 to create it. This headboard costs us about, I want to say we use half of the plywood, so I'll say 27 by 2, so about $14. I'll just say 15 with tax. And then $25 for the padding. And then we spent a little, I'll say $4 for the staples. And I believe, and then the hangman were $20 for 2. So I'm going to guess around $65 to create this headboard, which actually really isn't that bad. So because we use things that I already had, also because I already had the batting, and then I already had the curtains. I always keep all of my curtains. I have curtains from probably 20 years ago. So, and I know the curtain that I use is at least somewhere between 10 to 15 years. And I usually get all of my curtains from Target. So I'm trying to think. So yeah, that and the Loctite adhesive spray I already had, so we didn't have to purchase that. So extremely budget friendly. So if you have any old curtains and you're looking to create yourself a new headboard on a budget, and I'm sure there are other ways that you could create this headboard with a lot less money. You could probably just use like foam board from Dollar Tree, just anything, and it'll still be nice. So I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I can't wait for my niece to see her new headboard. And that is going to be it for today's video. If you like what I'm doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.